Casting decisions often determine the fate of a K-drama, and behind every beloved performance lies a what if about the actor who almost took the role. Sometimes the choice to step away comes from scheduling conflicts, creative differences, or personal reasons. But these moments of hesitation often change careers, and sometimes even the course of K-drama history. The following stories highlight 10 cases where actors declined roles in dramas that later became massive successes, showing how replacements reshaped both the characters and the shows themselves. On that note, here are the 10 Korean actors who declined big roles of hit dramas. Let's start with the oldest to the most recent ones. Number 1. Chun Jung-myung in 2007's Coffee Prince. One of the most famous cases of this topic was Chun Jung-myung, who was originally offered the male lead role in Coffee Prince. He reportedly declined due to scheduling conflicts and the need to enlist for his mandatory military service around that time. The role eventually went to Gong Yoo, who brought depth, warmth, and undeniable charisma to Choi Han-kyul, turning the character into one of K-drama's most beloved romantic leads. Had Chun Jung-myung accepted, the drama might have carried a slightly more playful energy, shifting the tone of the central romance. Nonetheless, Coffee Prince became a cultural sensation, recording high ratings, earning critical acclaim, and cementing itself as one of the most iconic K-dramas of all time. Chun Jung-myung, on one hand, expressed that he regretted losing the role to Gong Yoo. Number 2. Jang Gon-suk in 2009's Boys Over Flowers. Another notable case came when Jang Gon-suk declined the role of Gu Jun-pyo in Boys Over Flowers. He actually declined the would-be iconic role because he chose to accept a role in the drama Beethoven Virus instead. At first, he wanted to do both, but eventually felt that Beethoven Virus had more to offer as a learning experience, since many senior actors would be appearing on the show. The role ultimately went to Lee Min-ho, who exploded into Hallyu stardom through his mix of arrogance and charm. Had Jang Gon-suk accepted, the character might have leaned more polished than comedic. Yet the drama itself became a pop culture juggernaut across Asia and considered a pioneer in Korean high school series. On one hand, the Beethoven Virus, in which Jang Gon-suk starred in instead, was also highly successful, receiving domestic and international awards. Number 3. Jang Hyuk in 2010's Secret Garden. In similar case, Jang Hyuk decided to decline the lead role offer in Secret Garden because he had already committed to starring in the historical drama The Slave Hunters, which began filming at the same time. This opened the door for Yoon Bin, whose eccentric and unforgettable portrayal of Kim Ji-won became one of K-drama's most iconic characters. Yoon Bin himself generated widespread popularity through this drama, coining the term Yoon Bin syndrome. Fans often speculate whether Jang Hyuk's intensity could have worked too, but there's no denying the drama's immense success. It received numerous accolades and contributed an estimated economic effect of over 20 billion won. On one hand, The Slave Hunters, which Jang Hyuk starred in instead, was also a highly successful historical drama, and so he had no hard feelings about losing the role to Yoon Bin. Number 4. Song Joong-ki in 2012's The Moon Embracing the Sun. Interestingly, Song Joong-ki also once declined a major project, passing on the lead role in The Moon Embracing the Sun. At the time, he was riding high in popularity after appearing in 2 historical dramas, Sung Kyung-kwan's Scandal and Deep-Rooted Tree, where he portrayed King Sejong. He is said to have declined the role of Joseon Kim Lee-won in The Moon Embracing the Sun, as it closely resembled the character he had just played in Deep-Rooted Tree. Kim Soo-yoon finally took the mantle, and his powerful yet tender portrayal propelled him to superstardom. Had Song Joong-ki accepted, the prince might have come across more romantic than regal, yet the drama still soared to record-breaking ratings, bagging awards both domestically and internationally. Number 5. Lee Joong-gi in 2012's Faith. Military service also changed casting paths, as Lee Joong-gi was originally cast in Faith, but had to drop out for enlistment. At the time, he had already committed to starring in the drama, and also began shooting the movie Grand Prix, and so he applied to postpone his military enlistment to finish these projects, but the Military Manpower Administration denied his application. The role was then offered to Kang Ji-hwan, but he also withdrew, and eventually landed to Lee Min-ho again, who gave a valiant performance, though some critics felt he lacked the gravitas expected in historical dramas. With proven historical drama background of Lee Joong-gi, the show might have resonated differently, yet despite modest ratings, it found a cult following later on, bagging few accolades for the lead cast and surpassing other K-dramas based on yearly sales on a Japanese streaming site. Number 6. Jung Young-hwa in 2013's The Heirs. A similar reshuffling happened with Jung Yong-hwa after withdrawing a role from the hit drama The Heirs for some reasons. Well, firstly, he had previously acted with Park Shin-hye in You're Beautiful and Heartstrings, and he wanted to avoid repeating the on-screen dynamic with her, who was the female lead in The Heirs. Secondly, he wanted to try a role that was not a student role, so he chose to star in the rom-com Marry Him If You Dare instead. So with this, Kim Woo-bin stepped in and delivered such a magnetic performance that he often overshadowed even the leads. If Jung Yong-hwa had stayed, the role would have been gentler, but as it happened, the drama's global popularity proved that casting changes sometimes turn into blessings in disguise. The drama received numerous accolades and accumulated over 1 billion views on a Chinese streaming platform. Number 7. Kim Woo-bin in 2014's Pinocchio. Ironically, Kim Woo-bin himself once passed on a lead, declining Pinocchio due to scheduling conflicts. At the time, Kim Woo-bin was too busy filming for the Chinese movie We Are Young and the action thriller movie The Con Artists, so he had to turn down the role. It could be noted that Kim Woo-bin and Park Shin-hye have previously worked together in The Heirs, and them being reunited with Pinocchio was expected to be an explosive combination. Nevertheless, the role was given to Lee Jung-suk, and his heartfelt chemistry with Park Shin-hye carried the series. Fans still imagine how Kim Woo-bin's darker aura might have shaped the romance differently, but the drama succeeded internationally, with reaching sale of broadcasting rights and 1 billion views in China. Number 8. Yoon Bin in 2015's Kill Me, Heal Me. Another significant case in this list was when Yoon Bin turned down the lead role in Kill Me, Heal Me, which was also due to scheduling reasons. At the time, he had already committed to another drama, Hide Jekyll Me, which also tackled the multiple personality topic. The series opened the door for Ji-sung, who gave a tour de force by embodying 7 distinct personalities, a performance that earned him critical acclaim and multiple awards. Had Yoon Bin taken the role, it would surely have been polished, but Ji-sung's raw versatility left an irreplaceable mark on K-drama history, making the role seem like it was meant for him. On one hand, Yoon Bin's Hide Jekyll Me was left behind by Kill Me, Heal Me, receiving mixed fan reception and limited official accolades. Number 9. Won Bin in 2016's Descendants of the Sun. Going to other notable case, Won Bin also turned down Descendants of the Sun's lead role. Actually, other A-listers such as Jo In-sung, Gong Yoo, and Kim Woo-bin also passed the role, with Won Bin being the writer's first choice, but all have declined. Had Won Bin accepted the role, it would have been their reunion with Song Hye-kyo after Autumn in My Heart in 2000. Fans think that his reason for turning down the role was that he became camera shy after his marriage and the birth of his child. With all this, Song Joong-ki finally stepped in, delivering a charming performance that became legendary. The series was a major hit in South Korea, where it drew peak audience awards and was named the most popular show of the year. It was also broadcasted across Asia, and local adaptations have aired in the Philippines and Vietnam. Before we reveal the number 10, please be sure to hit like on this video. Subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell to be updated on our next videos. Number 10. Park Seung-hoon in 2025's Bon Appetit, Your Majesty. Finally, the most recent one, Park Seung-hoon was initially offered a role in the ongoing historical rom-com Bon Appetit, Your Majesty, but backed out before final casting. The reason of which was due to controversy involving an inappropriate social media post during the national mourning period in South Korea, following the Jeju air crash, in which he received a significant backlash. With this, rising actor Lee Chae-ming replaced him, and his bright comedic timing and natural chemistry with Girls' Generation's Yoona earned praise for refreshing the story. If Park Seung-hoon had taken the part, the role might have carried a sharper and more charismatic edge, but Lee Chae-ming's unique charm and warmth proved just right. Thought the casting has changed, the drama still found strong streaming success, topping on the Netflix top 10 even with few episodes yet released. So there they are. Do you have other Korean actors in mind who declined a big role in dramas, which turned out to be massive hit? If so, let's talk in the comment section.